Wealth taxes are in the news, so what are they and do they work?
What wealth taxes actually are and how they work and whether they've been successful elsewhere.
The wealth taxes is essentially just looking at what is the value of what you own, and it's essentially taking a slice of that as tax. A wealth tax isn't something that New Zealand has had before, so it's hard to know exactly how it would work. But how essentially it goes in other countries is that you need to undertake a valuation process each year of what are your assets worth, and each country that has these, and we'll get onto that shortly, generally will apply different methodologies. So it's looking at what is the value of your assets. So it could be looking at your houses, any businesses that you invest in, and applying some kind of methodology to work out a valuation each year. Essentially, if people accumulate wealth, it is their property, it belongs to them. I mean, I guess one of the problems when you do have a new tax like a wealth tax is what does that actually do to disincentivize different activities, and what effect does that have on decision making? Now, one of the things that we're seeing is that Norway is having a number of issues with their wealth tax, which they have recently increased the rate of. Since they've increased their rate of wealth tax, they've had a significant increase in wealthy people leaving Norway. You know, you've got a decision when you're wealthy as well. You do have that luxury of deciding, do I want to live here or do I want to live somewhere else that doesn't have the tax? One of the other issues we're seeing, I've read about in Norway, is just how it's impacting on startup businesses, for example. So you might have started a business, it's going really well, and obviously it needs to be valued each year. If you get up to this $2 million threshold of what your business is worth, you might still be in a startup phase. Like, you're not necessarily going to be swimming in cash at that particular point in time, but you're going to have this potentially massive tax liability coming each year. And what's happening in Norway is that a lot of entrepreneurial people are saying, well, actually, the business can't afford to be based here